Hello! Today we're going to be making homemade bread. As you can see, I'm using bread flour, the organic type. I'm using 3 cups of that, a teaspoon and a half of kosher salt, 3 tablespoons of butter, half a cup of warm milk, a teaspoon each of baking soda and baking powder, 2 teaspoons of sugar, a pack of dry yeast, and a half a cup of warm water. So I'm going to put all this stuff together, so stay tuned. So I added the flour, the 3 cups of flour, the salt, the baking soda, and the baking powder in the KitchenAid, and I'm going to mix that. But before I do, I just want to let you know that the milk and the butter, I combined it. I put it in the microwave for about a minute. And the yeast, water, and sugar, I added in another bowl. And as you can see, after a few minutes, the yeast rises, basically what you see here. So I'm going to put all this stuff together, so stay tuned. Okay, so I just added the yeast and the butter and the milk. And I'm going to mix this. I'm roughly around number 3. In about a minute or so, I'm going to definitely pick up the speed. But so far, so good. I think it's taking pretty good. Look at that. So stay tuned. So it's been about 6 minutes, and I've kept it at number 4 speed. It looks like it's coming together. I'm probably going to give it another minute, and then we'll move from there. So as you can see, after about, I'd say 7 minutes on the KitchenAid, this is what you get. But I actually kneaded a little bit here on the countertop, and what I'm going to do now is put it back in the bowl. I sprayed some olive oil on the bottom, some cooking spray, and just a little bit on the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this now with a towel and put it in a microwave and let it rise for about a couple of hours. So stay tuned. So after about 7 minutes in the KitchenAid, this is what you get. And what I did was I actually put it on the countertop and kneaded it a little bit on my own, and put it back in the same bowl with a little bit of cooking oil spray on the bottom and on the top. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cover it with a towel and put it in the microwave for about 2 hours. So stay tuned. And the goal is to see this thing rise and probably double in size. So after 2 hours, this is what you get. It looks like it kind of rose in size. Not exactly what I thought was going to happen. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my rolling pin, roll it out, and then put it back in the bowl for another hour. Okay, so stay tuned. So as you can see, I rolled out the dough into this kind of rectangular kind of shape. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to roll it from here in layers all the way until we get to the end, and then we'll let the dough sit for another hour before we bake it at 350 degrees, anywhere between 30 and 45 minutes. So stay tuned. As you can see, I rolled the dough from one end to the next, and it looks so pretty here. So what we're going to do is cover it now for another hour with the towel, and hopefully we see this thing rise even more. So stay tuned. After resting for 1 hour, you can clearly see that this thing grew in size. So what I actually did was I decided to make 2 different loaves instead of making one large one. One of them has, I brushed them both actually with olive oil. One has sesame seeds. The other one has red onions and peppers, as you can see, along with some rosemary that I sprinkled. So I'm about to put this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes. So stay tuned for the final product. And after 30 minutes, you get this wonderful, wonderful crusty bread. I don't know if you can see that, but very soft on the inside. Tastes wonderful, just like it came from the bakery. So enjoy this. And yeah, all day I'll do this again. Enjoy.